Hey Dabbers, and welcome back to another Dab 2000 video. And today,
Hello.
I will be ranking all the villains in Star Wars. Now, I've released 2 videos on Star Wars for this past week with the heroes, the live-action movies and shows, and that's about it. Then this is the 3rd video for Star Wars, and it is this one, villains ranked. So, there's 26 villains to rank, and I thought were pure villains. So let's get started. Coming in at number 26, I have Newt Gunray. Now, he's alright. He shows up in Phantom Menace, just a side character, just for some conflict between the council stuff, but really, that's about it. At 25, I have Hux from the sequel trilogy. I mean, he could have been way better. Like, the twist he did at the end when he's not really a rebel, but he just wants Kylo Ren to lose. I just thought that was kind of a pointless way to take Hux, but other than that, he's just very disappointing, very forgettable. Alright, number 24, I have the 5th brother from the Kenobi show. Now, the Inquisitors are really cool. The 5th brother in this show, not very that cool. He's just there because they wanted another Inquisitor, and that's about it. He's got very good potential, but, doesn't take it to that next level, and kind of just a boring villain. Alright, 23, I have Serial Karen from Andor. Now, this guy is considered a villain because he doesn't like Cassian Andor, so he goes after Cassian Andor, but other than that, he literally eats cereal all day, and that's about it, and gets a job. He doesn't really do that much in the show to, get Cassian Andor. He's just very slowly doing stuff, which is, we don't really even know what he's doing with, Dara Miro in the final episode of Andor. Alright, coming in at number 22, I have Reva from Kenobi. Now, I think I said this in my rankings of the movies and live action movies and shows, and I said she was not very a good villain. She's just there because they need another villain and a little conflict between Vader and her, but I just didn't really think that was a good way to put it, and I don't really like her character arc at all in this show, so that's why she's all the way down here. At number 21, I have Snook from The Last Jedi, and just a Inquisitor-type villain in this movie, just not very as rememberable, and not even as threatening as Palpatine. Alright, at 20, I have the Pikes from the Book of Boba Fett, and I wish they were more of a threat in this movie, instead of being a twist villain at the end. It's just very not good. In my remake of a podcast, when I remade the book, me and Junior remade the Book of Boba Fett, I said they should have made the Pikes a more prominent villain throughout the whole show. But they put him here as a twist villain, which is alright, but they could have done so much more. Alright, at number 19, I have Dara Miro from Andor. I don't know if that's right, how you say it, but that's how I said it. She's fine, just a very, twisty villain, more like she knows what she's doing, and she'll get stuff done if she has to. And kind of like that about her, and that she's very loyal to the Empire, but I wish they, she's not really the best villain out there. I think there's a lot more better villains than her. At number 18, I have the Black Kukarin, the Wookiee bounty hunter in Book of Boba Fett. Now, he threatens Book of Boba Fett. Why do I keep saying Book of Boba Fett when I'm talking about Boba Fett? Boba Fett, he basically attacks, but more like a henchman type person to put conflict in Boba Fett. Then that's about it. Number 17, I have Darren Voss from Solo: A Star Wars Story. Now, this is just waste potential because he could have been one of the best villains, one of the best mind tricking game people of all time. But the villain in Solo.
Yeah.
But what they did with him, they didn't even show him that much. Like, they hire Solo for a job. He hires Solo for a job, and he takes it and then gives him that. But then they have a weird fight scene at the end, and that's it. That's all you see of him. We don't even know much about him, and he's just dead already. So, I wish we had a little bit more information about him so he can be higher up on this list. But right now, he's just right here because we don't really know that much about him. At 16, I have Jabba the Hutt. And this is just a fun villain because, you know, he literally can't do anything, but it's very fun of what he can do, and like he's like basically like he could capture heroes as much as he wants. He could pay bounty hunters to do it. All the bounty hunters work for him. Like, he's just a very good, smart villain in the Star Wars universe. And number 15, I have Captain Phasma, one of the most wasted potential characters, because, you know, she's more of a henchman than, like, her own character, which they could have made her better with, more character arc, more fleshed out backstory to make her more interesting, and I wanted to know more about her, but they didn't give us that much about her, and just dies in Last Jedi. So, unfortunate. I wish we knew more about her, but sadly we don't. Alright, coming in at number 14, we have Fennec Shan from The Mandalorian and Book of Boba Fett. And she's a fine villain. She doesn't, like, fights Mando and stuff, and rules a temple with Boba Fett, and just a fun villain just a very fun and likable villain for a side character in your show. Alright, coming in at number 13, I have Grand Moff Tarkin from The Mandalorian, series. So, Grand Moff Tarkin, no. Wait, this is, my bad. I knew I was saying that wrong. Grand Moff Tarkin is from A New Hope. My bad. Just a very fun, just a very brutally, more, I don't know what to say about him. He's more like a mind tricker person. He gets what he wants. He can even stand up to Vader and say what he thinks about it. That's how smart he is, and how, like, he would do anything for the Empire. So, very good character. Alright, coming in at number 12, I have Ozen Carrick from Rogue One, the main villain in Rogue One. And I like this villain a lot because, like, what he's doing is so right, and when Tarkin comes in and ruins all his plans and stuff, and he takes credit for it, he gets mad, so he wants to show Vader that he can do anything, and, you know, he gets choked by Vader, but still, a very good villain for the Rogue One story, even though I'm not really a big fan of Rogue One. Alright, coming in at number 11, we have Moff Gideon from Mandalorian. This is what I meant to say. Moff Gideon was a perfect villain for the Mandalorian series, because he has the Darksaber, this one right here, the Darksaber. And, you know, very cool villain, and a right villain, because he knows who Mandalorian is. So, he's more powerful, he gets what he wants, he's smart about what he does, he gets Grogu, and just a very well-rounded villain. Alright, we made it into the top 10. At number 10, we have the Grand Inquisitor from Kenobi. Now, I think he was wasted potential in Kenobi, but if I was going to tie in to the Rebels, he is very good. He's very smart of what he does. He likes to do a lot of stuff. Like, he tricks the Jedi so much, and, like, all his fight scenes are amazing, and he can literally take down any Jedi, and is very awesome while doing it. Alright, coming in at number 9, we have Kylo Ren. Now, I'm not really crazy about Ben Solo when he turns good and stuff. But his villain form of him is actually pretty good. He wants to live up to his grandfather's legacy, which is Vader, and wants to do what he would have done. So he builds a base. He does everything so he can do this his grandfather's way, so he can be a Sith Lord. And I like how where they took him with his villain scheme, because he's very good. Like, he wants to kill Snoke so he can be the supreme leader and stuff. So a very good character, a very good villain. All right, number 8, I have Jango Fett from Attack of the Clones. Now, I really like Jango Fett, even though we know a little bit about him. He's a good character because, like, you know, he hunts down Obi-Wan and stuff, and does a very good job of it. Like, he's one of the best bounty hunters, in my opinion, and just a very good bounty hunter. Alright, coming out at number 7, we have Dooku. Now, before I watched the Tales of Jedi, Dooku would have been a lot lower because he's only in, like, Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith, and you don't really know that much about him. But with the Tales of Jedi that came out, it improved his character overall. He is one of the most threatening villains. He starts off as a Jedi, but he thinks he wants to trust Palpatine. So he turns to the dark side, and he's, like, very smart of what he does. He's, like, very menacing on screen now, and I just think he's really good after the Tales of Jedi came out. Alright, coming in at number 6, we have Cad Bane from the Book of Boba Fett. Now, I do think Cad Bane in this was kind of a wasted potential in Book of Boba Fett, but in Clone Wars, he is one of the best bounty hunters ever. He is very awesome of what he does. He's also in Bad Batch, and he's really cool. I really like his fighting styles, and I really like how they brought him in Book of Boba Fett, and it made sense that he would be a threat to Boba Fett, because when he was a kid, Cad Bane did, did stuff to Boba Fett, and now that's why he would be a threat to Boba Fett that he has to stop. So I think Cad Bane is a very good villain. Alright, at number 5, I have General Grievous. Now, like I said in my live-action movies and TV shows ranked, I think Grievous is such a fun character. Like, he's not the most menacing villain. He's kind of, like, dumb about what he does in the movie, but it doesn't take away that he's so fun when he comes on screen. Very, like he coughs so much, and then, like, his fight scenes are amazing with his 4 lightsabers. So I've always liked Grievous. Alright, at number 4, I have Boba Fett. Basically, the person I'm wearing on my sweatshirt right now. And I think Boba Fett was very good in The Empire Strikes Back when he captures Han Solo and how he does it, working with Vader. And then in Return of the Jedi, he was still the same. He was just such an awesome character. And then we got him in The Mandalorian, which he was just so awesome. Like, when he beats up all those stormtroopers and stuff, it was just so cool looking. And then in Book of Boba Fett, I don't think they did the best job for him in Book of Boba Fett. But I do like how we saw his flashback. We saw his origin of where he came from and stuff. So I think it improves his character more with the flashbacks in Book of Boba Fett. Alright, we made it to the top 3. And number 3, we have Darth Maul. One of the most threatening, trickiest villains here. Because we first see him in Phantom Menace, of this mysterious guy that you don't really know much about. And he has this awesome fight with Qui-Gon Jinn, and then his legs get cut off. Falls down a reactor shaft. And everyone thought he died. Until Clone Wars, and then he gets robotic legs, and is more of a menace than he was. And just beats the crap out of everyone. And very threatening. He will not spare anyone. He will get what he wants. So that's why he comes in at number 3. At number 2, I have Darth Sidious from basically the whole Skywalker saga. He is a very good villain. He is very sneaky of what he does when he tries to like turn the clones into the Sith. He's very sneaky. No one knows Palpatine was evil at all. And then when he turns evil, he's full blown evil. And very cool what he does with his fight scenes with Yoda at the end of Revenge of the Sith, and his final scene in Return of the Jedi. He's just such an awesome villain and would do whatever he wants. But at number 1, I have Darth Vader. I mean, who else could you have? Darth Vader is one of the best villains ever made. And I really like his fight scenes in Kenobi, Rogue One, the original trilogy. He's such a menacing villain. Like, if you get near that guy, you will die. And such a very good character, and I love Vader. And he is the best villain in Star Wars history. So that's why he comes in at number 1. What did you guys think of my ranking? Down below in the comment section. What is your ranking down below in the comment section? I will check you guys on another Dad 2000 video and another ranking. Goodbye, Dabbers.